So let me take employee as my source.
This conference will now be recorded.
See, I have TGT, EMP, DEPT data. So yesterday, how we loaded data? We are getting employee data as it is from the source. This data we are getting, and we are connecting this data to a target table. Coming to DEPT columns, you need to get the DEPT columns. Yesterday, we have joined with DEPT table based on the joiner transformation. Using a joiner transformation or using a source qualified transformation, you can join and you can get corresponding DEPT columns, right? Instead of joins, there is a one more transformation called lookup. See, this is the symbol lookup. Lookup, it's a transformation, but whenever you are trying to select a lookup, you have to select what is your lookup table. Without selecting a table, just a minute. Sorry. So whenever you are trying to create a lookup, you have to select a table. Here I am planning to place lookup. See, what are the columns you want? I want department columns. I have department columns in the DEPT table. So you are going to place a lookup on DEPT. See, like this. Now, on what basis you are going to join your employee with DEPT? You can get these three columns from the lookup. But what is the driving factor? On what basis you need to join? So based on the DEPT number, I'm going to join here. So drag DEPT from here to here. In the lookup, just like joiner, we have to condition. Go to condition. See, create a condition. DEPT number from lookup columns, and from source we are getting DEPT number, right? Or if you want, you can give you a meaningful name. See, this is the in underscore DEPT. The condition will be whatever the port you are sending and a DEPT number. So from here you can get this to here. It is nothing but a joiner functionality. If you want, you can join EMP and DEPT and you can get the data. Same, if you see your joiner transformation, yesterday we have seen, right? See, we are getting employee table and we are getting DEPT columns from DEPT. I'm going to join employee with the employee and DEPT based on the DEPT number equal to DEPT. Here also I'm going to do the same. Okay, so what are the differences and what is the advantage of lookup? Let me clear so far. Can I? If you see, I have two tables. I'm taking employee as my source and I'm placing lookup on DEPT table based on the DEPT number equal to DEPT number. and these are all the columns I'm taking from the employee, and these are all the columns I'm taking from the lookup. Just I have a filter, I'm not doing anything in the filter. Then I have a target table. Whenever you are executing here, see, you are you're getting few columns from employee table and few columns data is there in the department table. You have placed a lookup on the department table. Now whenever you are executing, first thing, when you are using joiner, you have two tables data, right? So master table is going to get and it is going to create a cache, right, in the joiner transformation. Here also the first step will be we are placing lookup on dept table. How many records we have in dept table? 3 records. So here the first step will be lookup cache will be built with 3 records like this. After building the lookup cache, then your Informatica is going to read first record from source. From source to source qualifier, you are going to get first record. From the source qualifier, you are passing DEPT number to lookup. It will go there, and the condition is 10 equal to 10. Do we have a matching record here?
Yes.
We have a matching record. So that matching record values you are going to get, those are the DEPT values. The department number, department name, and department location are coming from the department table based on provided DEPT number, based on the provided joining condition. So this record will come to next level and this record will come to your target table like this. When it is coming to second record also 20 equal to 20, we have a matching rate. Coming to 40, let's say you're getting a 40 IT. Go and check, do you have a matching record in your lookup? From source, we are getting 102 HIMA 2040. This is my source record. Do we have a matching record in the lookup table? 40 equal to 40. Do we have a matching record in our DEPT table, lookup table?
No.
No. So if you don't have a matching record, lookup will give you null values. See, the transformation name itself, it's indicating, right? Lookup, you're looking up for some values. If you have a matching record, get the matching record values. If you don't have a matching record, get the null values. So if you don't have a matching record and you are getting null values, means what type of join it is? It's a
Normal.
left outer join, right?
Oh,
It's a left outer join functionality. See, you're going to get matching records from both the tables plus unmatched record from the left table. See, from employee, you're getting 1 lakh records, and your lookup cache is empty. For all the 1 lakh records, it will go and it will check. If you don't have a matching record, it will return null values. So lookup is a passive or active transformation. We are sending 3 records here. You are getting 3 records output. See, you are sending lookup 10, 20, and 40. 10 equal to 20. Yes, I have a matching record. I got it. 10 equal to 20. Yes, there is a matching record and we are getting it. 40 equal to 40. We don't have a matching record. So you are getting null value. So you are sending 3 values to lookup and you are getting 3 values from lookup. Clear? Any questions? Everyone clear, or you want me to explain again? Any questions? Without lookup transformation, you will not have a single mapping in the real time. Lookup is heart of Informatica. If you know lookup functionality, that's it. You can work as a ETL developer. Team, clear? Any questions? Simple. From source you are getting an employee number, DEPT number you are sending to lookup table. It will go and it will check. It will search for your input lookup based on DEPT number equal to DEPT number. If you have a matching record, you will get the matching record, department name, department number, and location. Otherwise, you will get the null values. If you want, I will explain the mapping again. See, we have two source tables, employee and DEPT. The below table, this is your employee table. I have 100 Kiran, 1010, 1 Anil, 1500 to 20. So this is my employee table. This is my DEPT table. So whatever the data we are getting from employee, my requirement is I need to check this employee table data is available in the department table data or not, based on the some filter condition. So for that reason, here I'm going to place a lookup on DEPT table, and based on DEPT number I want to check. This is my condition. Then I have a expression transformation from source. All the source columns I am connecting to expression. From lookup I am connecting lookup ports. From there I'm using a dummy filter. I'm not doing anything here. By default it's a true. It will pass all the values. Later we will update. Now this is your target table. Now whenever you are executing, you have two tables data. You have employee table as your source and your DEPT as your lookup table. The first step will be lookup, and you have a empty target table. The very first step when you are executing your mapping, lookup is going to create a cache with department table data, because we have placed lookup on the DEPT table, right? With the data, it will be created. Lookup cache will be created. After creating a cache, then Informatica is going to read data from your source. First record you are going to read. What is your expectation? You're trying to search this 10 is available or not in this lookup table. That is the reason you are placing a lookup. You're looking up for some data in that particular DEPT table. So you're getting 10. Based on our condition, it will go here 10. 10 equal to 10. Do we have a matching record here? In the lookup, from source you are getting record 10, 10 equal to 10. Yes, I have a matching record. Based on this, if you have a matching record, what are all the columns you are getting? Department name, department number, department name, and location. So from source you are going to get these 4 columns, and from the lookup ports you are going to get 10 HR Hyderabad. These are the values you are getting from the lookup table. This record will go to next level. It will come to filter. We don't have any filter condition. It will come to target table and it will be inserting. The same way, second record 101 Anil 1520, we have a 20 equal to 20, we have a matching record that will be inserted. Coming to third record 40, we are getting from source 40. 40 you're sending to lookup table. You are looking up for value 40. 40 equal to 40. Do you have a matching record in the lookup table? See,
No,
it's a simple. Do we have a matching record?
no, we don't.
We
No.
don't have. It's like a just going and matching, going and searching. You are taking a color ball and you are going to another bucket. There you are checking whether do we have a match or not. If you have a match, get the matching record. Just like giving a simple game to our kids. If you have a matching ball, go and get it. If you don't have a matching ball, get the null values. So if you have a matching record, lookup will give you the matching record values. As you don't have a matching record, from the lookup it is going to return null values for you.
So it's
This
like a
record.
VLOOKUP in Excel sheet.
Exactly. Just you are going and checking. If you have a matching record, get the matching record. If you don't have a matching record, get the null values.
Got it.
Go and check for a color ball. Go. If you have a red ball, go and get it. If you don't have a red ball, come with empty hands. Null values. Our kids are going to play, right? Simple. It's a searching. Going and searching. So here, lookup is a passive transformation. Why it is passive? From source, if you are sending, let's say you are sending 100 records from employee table and you have a empty cache in lookup, what will happen? Every time it will go and it will check 10 equal to 10. I don't have a matching record. Lookup will give you null values. 20 equal to 20. There is no matching record. Lookup will give you null value. So if you have a matching record, it will give null values. If you don't have a matching record, it will give. If you have a matching record, you will get matching record values. If you don't have a matching record, you will get null values. So lookup is a passive transformation. Clear? Any questions? People
No.
with 5 years or 7 years of experience, they will have a lot of confusion with lookup. Why lookup is a passive transformation? If you have a matching record, you will get matching record value. It's a just search functionality. Go on search, go on check, go on lookup, get the matching record values. Okay. Now, from version from day one, informatical lookup is a passive transformation, but recently from version 8 onwards, it is working as a active and passive. Before that, let me give you one more. See, same mapping. We are placing a lookup on DEPT table based on the DEPT number equal to DEPT number. This is my source table data. We are connecting. And from lookup, we are getting lookup ports from their filter and a target table. Now, whenever you are executing, the very first step will be lookup is going to create a cache. I will tell you what it is, why I'm hiding this, what is order by class and everything. We'll see in the coming classes. Now, the lookup is going to build a cache. Now, in the lookup, how many records we have? In the department table, how many records we have? Five records. 5 records. So we are placing lookup on DEPT table. DEPT table has a 5 records. Whenever we are executing, the very first step will be lookup is going to create a cache with lookup table. We have 5 records in the DEPT table. So with that 5 records, it is going to create a cache. Now Informatica is going to read first record from source. You are getting first record from source to source qualifier, from source qualifier to lookup. You are sending DEPT 10. Now 10 equal to 10. What is happening here? What is happening? 10 equal to 10. How many records we have matching?
2.
We have
3.
we have 2 or 3, right? Multiple matches. 10 HR Hyderabad, 10 Tech Japan, 10 BPO UK. So I'm saying lookup is a passive transformation. Passive transformation means if you have a matching record, you have to get the matching record. So you have to get one matching record only. If you are sending one record, it has to give one return port. But here multiple matches you have, right? In this case, how lookup behaves. So if you see here, edit your lookup transformation. If you go to properties, see what is the option? Able to see this? Lookup policy on multiple match. What is the lookup policy on multiple match? By default, use any value.
Sampath, unable to see that properties.
Is it?
We can see only the desktop. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. See, if you see your lookup properties, lookup policy and multiple match. In the lookup properties, there is a condition, lookup policy on multiple match. What is the value here? Use any value. Lookup policy on multiple match. What is the condition criteria? If you have a multiple matches, use any value means you will get any value. Or if you want, you can configure to get use first value or last value or report error. Okay, by default it's a use any value. If you want, you can get the first match or last match or report error. Now go and see what it is. Okay, see, if you see lookup policy here, how many matches we have? 10 equal to 10. 10 HR is matching,
3.
10 tech is matching, 10 BPO is matching. If you feel like, if you want first match, what is the first match? 10 HR Hyderabad record you will get. If you configure like use first value. Use last value means in the sets criteria, what is the last value? 10 BPO UK you will get it. Use any value means Informatica will take any value, either 10 HR or 10 tech or 10 BPO. If you think like having duplicate records in this table is not a valid business scenario. In that case, I want to stop my Informatica process. I want to fail my session. Then you can configure to report error. Your Informatica session will fail and it will throw error message like lookup policy uh, is matching with multiple matches. Okay. Any questions?
If I want all three things, then
Yes. Good question. So from day one, we don't have that option till version 8. Okay, till version 7, Informatica lookup is a passive transformation. From version 8 onwards, see now I am going to place a lookup here on any table. Let me take same DEPT table only. See, there is a new option here. See, able to see return all values on multiple matches. Have you seen this option? You can
yeah, yeah,
enable
yeah.
this option. This option is not available in till version 7. The new feature is available from version 8 and 9. If you select this option, like your question, whenever you are sending this lookup DEPT number equal to DEPT, then you are going to connect here. If you try to see the properties here, see this is disabled. You don't have any lookup policy on multiple matches now because already you have selected, right? Lookup policy on multiple matches, get all the values. So in this case, your lookup is working as a active transformation. So Informatica lookup is a passive or active means in recent versions it is working as active and passive. We started working from version 5.0, version 5.0, 6, 7 till 7. It is a passive transformation. From version 8 onwards, they have introduced that new feature, lookup policy on multiple matches, get the multiple records. That is the reason from version 8 onwards, it is acting as a both active and passive. Okay.
Yep.
See, lookup policy on multiple match. use any value, first value or last value. Now, what is the difference between lookup and a joiner? Why I need to go for a lookup instead of joiner transformation? What is the limitation of a joiner transformation? If you go on, if you see the joiner transformation, the limitation is you cannot do non-equi-join. See, here only you can do equi-join, DEPT number equal to DEPT number. But whereas if you go to lookup, you can do a non-equi-join, less than, greater than or equal to, not equal to. This is not possible with the joiner. If you go to compulsory interview question is, the mandatory interview question is, what is the difference between joiner and lookup? Joiner, it's a, you can use n type of, 4 types of joins, right? Either normal join, masked outer join, detailed outer, full outer join. But lookup is a, by default, it's a left outer join functionality. We can use it as a passive transformation. Even though in case of multiple matches, if you use joiner transformation, by default you will get all the records, right? But here we will get only single match record. In any case, either use first value, last value, or use any value. Using those 3 options, you will get single record. Lookup is a passive transformation, whereas joiner is a active. But later, lookup is working as active only. The main difference is joiner we can use a equi condition, lookup we can use non-equi condition. Also, lookup and joiners also have the caches. We cannot reuse the caches created in the joiner transformation, but in lookup going forward, I will explain. We have 3 types of caches: persistent cache, dynamic cache, by default static cache. So we can reuse these caches. What is the business case when we will go and when we will reuse these caches? I will explain in the coming classes. Okay, so far clear? Any questions?
No, all good.
Okay, just let me execute this mapping.
Sampath,
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong. So in Excel, what we will do is for lookup, I will get the all values. As you said earlier, I mean, after 8 release, they are making it as we need whenever the matching condition
No,
is
no,
fine,
after
we will get the all
7,
values.
from 8 onwards.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
7
from
onwards.
8 onwards, right?
No, from
So
7
before
onwards.
8,
From
I mean,
8,
what?
yeah.
Okay. So before 8, I mean, what they are getting? I mean, they will get only one matching record in Excel. If I
Yes, we don't have that the future itself. Lookup policy and multiple matches, right? Get the multiple records option is not at all there. We will get, or it is worked as a passive transformation always.
then that time what they will do? I mean, if they want all the matching records.
Go with the joiner transformation and do a left out join, get all the records.
Oh, that
But
time they
we
will
have
not
the
use the. Okay.
yeah, we don't have that functionality in the lookup, right? Always lookup will give you a matching record. Either
Hmm.
if you have multiple matches, either it will give first value or last value or any value. Anytime you
Any
will get a
value.
single record. And it's a passive. If you want
Yes.
multiple matches, only option is you have to go with the joiner. But in the joiner, we
Yeah.
cannot use again non-equi conditions. We have to develop mapping, use
Okay.
some other mappings and all. So that is the
Mm-hmm.
reason in the recent versions they incorporated that additional logic.
Okay.
If you go back, see, even we don't have a lookup on flat files option. In version 6 also, I remember we don't have. From version 7 onwards, we started placing lookup on flat files.
Okay.
So day by day, new features they are giving, right?
Yeah. I just want to know. I mean, if they want all the records, I mean, what they are going to do. So that's the reason I asked.
We see
Thank you.
Informatica. See, remember any Informatica mapping, right? You can develop in 10
Mm-hmm.
ways. You can play with the data. If you know
Mm-hmm.
all other transformations instead of join, source qualifier in the joiner, again I want a any using rank over functions, you can get the first record, rank record. So in the database you have to do sometimes. So all this we can do. It's a tool, right? So they understand the requirement and they have incorporated this logic and they provided from version 8 onwards. Okay, I'm going to create a session for this lookup. You have a source, the connecting string for the source database. Coming to target, the connecting string details you have to configure. Coming to lookup, see, you are placing a lookup on a database. You are placing a lookup on a table, right? DEPT table. DEPT table is there in one database. Let's say you are placing a lookup on some XYZ table, which is coming from some other database, either from your Oracle source or from a different database. That is Exadata, sometimes legacy tables, DB2 tables we are going to place. So we have to connect connecting string. We have to configure connecting string from lookup also, because it's a database, right? The backend, it is connecting to the database. Okay. So target table, let me truncate existing data by selecting this option. Save and start your workflow. It is failed. Error truncating target table. Executing truncate table query. Delete from table EMP. This failed. Why? Do we have that particular target table first of all in the target database? We don't have a table itself. We haven't created the table in the target database. Yesterday, using our structure, we have created a empty box, right? The table is not available in the target database. That is the reason it is failing. Now go on, create. See, now we have created a table in the target database. Go on, query. Now the table is created. Just go back and restart your session. Now the job completed successfully. Go and get the run properties, see the data. We got 14 records and it is loaded with 14 records. But based on the DEPT table, the matching records, you will get the matching records. So go and query this table. In the DEPT and employee, we have the matching data, right? So we got all the matching records. Now, if you want, you can delete few records from the DEPT, or we cannot do on employee and DEPT because these are defined with child and parent relationship, right? Using our student, yesterday we have created few tables, right? From there you can test it, this lookup functionality. If you don't have a matching record, are you getting null values or not? Okay, this is lookup. Now using lookup, we are going to do the next complex mappings. Slowly changing dimensions concepts will come from tomorrow. The slowly changing dimensions 1, dimensions 2, and everything.
But
Okay. Yeah.
Anjan here.
Yes, Sanjay.
We have to use in lookup the inbound, outbound operations also. We have to use in lookup also.
What is meant by inbound and outbound operations?
Suppose we have to target data is banking data. We have to send whatever this one through OTP like that is going to inbound. We have to get the OTP number outbound.
I'm not clear with your requirement. I mean, you're sending OTP to customers or
Actually, we have existing data in banking data in this one target
mhm.
table.
Okay.
We have to send what about that one? Whenever we in banking terminology, we have to give something about that one transaction about
Hmm.
that is going to fetch the data means inbound, get the data means outbound.
Fetch the data means inbound and
Inbound.
okay. Fetching means from where you are fetching. From the target table you are fetching the
Already
data.
existing account data is available in account target table.
Hmm.
Not target,
Hmm.
maybe lookup.
Okay. You
In
have
that,
a
in
account
that,
table. Yes.
is it possible? I am asking you.
No, no. Still, sorry. I'm not clear with your question. You have a account table. There you have the customer information, right? Then
Yeah.
what you are doing? You are trying to extract data from table. You are considering that as a source table, or you are trying to load data into your target table. What you are trying to do, and what is inbound and outbound?
Source table is inbound itself only.
Mm-hmm.
Lookup table is target table. That is available data in target. Just
Okay. Hmm.
just now I have a ICICI account is there. I am doing
Okay.
any transaction. In the
Hmm.
transaction, I have sent one message to my banking. What about that one? Details, account details. We have fetched the
Okay.
data according to that one. What about that one?
Okay. So inbound out. Sorry. So you're see, as a customer, you're doing some transaction. Already all your transactions information is there in the one table, and you are going to
Yeah,
do a new transaction. Whenever
yeah,
there is a new transaction in your table, are we going to pull that record or not? Is that your question?
yeah, exactly.
Yes. Whenever there is a change, we will get that record. See, and how frequently you are going to get your data from your transactional databases. It's in real time, right? Few jobs they are going to schedule to run every 5 minutes. Few
Okay.
jobs daily ones, few jobs weekly ones, or monthly ones, or quarterly ones, yearly ones. What is the frequency? The type of business you are doing. You are into a banking real time world. Every 15 minutes or 1 hour we will get and we will do. Those when you are doing the parameter concept, right? How to get the newly modified or updated records. And again, coming to your transaction table, there are 1 lakh customers. Only you and me, we are doing the transactions. We did the transactions in last 1 hour. When I'm executing, I don't want to pull all the 1 lakh records again, right? Already it's
Yeah,
there in my target database. Who did
exactly.
recent transactions? Those transaction data we have to get it. Yes, we are going to discuss those in the coming classes.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah, that concept we will call it as a incremental loading
Okay, okay.
or
Incremental.
change data capture. Whenever there is a change in your data, capture the data and load it into your target table.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
got it. The terminology is different. Maybe you're from a different tool background. There is inbound and outbound. So
you. Here terminology is different. Yeah.
yeah, fine. So any questions? So I'm stopping here. So only lookup transformation itself, it will take almost 1 week. We are going to do 2 or 3 mappings on lookup. Then what is dynamic cache, persistent cache, use cases, writing lookup overrides, what type of interview questions you will get on the lookup, everything. I'm going to take it. The next 1 week we will be discussing on the lookup one. So it's a very important uh, one. If you are clear with Informatica, lookup, almost you are done with Informatica. It's art of Informatica.
Oh,
Okay, but
sorry for
yeah,
so while you are using the lookup transformation, so while you are selecting that particular table, then they're asking, I mean, use the multiple records, I mean, existing records, right?
yes, yes. See this
Yeah,
option. If
here
you
only
do,
it's
if
asking.
Yeah, if you don't select this option, it's a passive transformation by default.
So let's
Say if
assume
you,
this,
yeah,
I mean, this to select that one. So if I want to make any changes there, so again I need to delete this one and again I need to come select that particular table.
no.
So let's, yeah.
There is a background noise. Sorry, your question is you're selecting, you're placing a lookup on DEPT table and you're making it as an active transformation. Later you want to convert into passive. That is what you're right. Is that
So
your question?
actually I thought I meant to select the active transformation, but I missed it
Hmm.
to select that one, active transformation. Then after that, how I can?
Oh, without selecting this, you are creating a lookup. Then you want
Yes,
to make it. No. Only
yes.
thing is you have to select, delete, go and create a new, fresh. Once you selected and you created, right, you cannot do again. You go back and you can create as active. That's it.
Okay.
Once you created, you don't have any option here. While creating itself, they have given here. You have to select either a passive or active. Here itself, you have to select. Once you selected using it as a passive, you cannot change it as active later. Before creating, you have to.
It seems you have selected active here in this mapping, the one which you have
No.
executed.
Always it's a passive only. In this mapping, it's a passive only. Lookup policy and multiple matches. It's a new feature. 99% of your projects will use lookup as passive only. In very rare case, if there is a requirement, then we will go and we will utilize a active. Okay, so just I'm stopping here. We'll continue from tomorrow.